Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban Excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't tryna go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X podcast, man. We are here with you guys. Thank you for joining us for another week.
Yes, this seems to be a busy Thursday in the lives, versus a bunch of things going on. So we appreciate you spending your time with us because you do have choices. And again, we appreciate you coming here, meeting up with us, part of the family.
Yeah.
We love you all, as you already know.
Yes.
And once again, thank you so much.
See Detroit in the building. All right.
Detroit's in the building. Who else? We got Mississippi's in the building.
Okay. Miami, of course.
Miami stay in the building.
Miami stay in the building.
All right. Vegas in the building. That's what's up.
I got to see y'all this year, bro. I got to go out there.
All right. Orange, New Jersey in the building. Yeah, I got to see Vegas. Chicago in the building.
Chi-Town, Compton. Shouts out to y'all.
Nolans in the building.
Jersey, Nashville, Louisiana. Man, y'all, thank you for everybody joining us, man. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. The roll call is crazy.
We appreciate the love, man. El Paso. And it's been it's a quick week.
Yes.
January is kind of flying.
Yes.
Oddly enough.
It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely moving.
How was your week?
Week was good. I sat back in anticipation of a lot of craziness, and it didn't happen.
Remember I told you off camera?
Yeah, you did. You said that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
That would have just been too programmable, too predictable.
Yeah.
To have a whole bunch of people out there disrupting what was going on. Even if they put a perimeter up, which they did.
Yeah.
As we'll show later, it was like one dude who didn't get the memo. This nigga showed up like, fuck's going on out here. So, with that being said, we hope you've had a great week.
Definitely.
And, you know what I'm saying? And, enjoyed yourself.
Before we get started, we have some quick announcements to make. First off, shout out to Comedic Knowledge. Shouts out to them, man. They sent me and my pops a little goodie bag this week. Their sport, sweatsuit, sweatpants, shirt, and socks. They got socks.
So that's the jacket. Here go the pants. Obviously, they didn't get the memo that we on gray sweatpants now, but that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. That's not their fault.
You know what I'm saying?
Because, I'm still going to be in there swinging. You see what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. And they even got fancy with it.
Yeah, they
got us some socks.
Nice packaging. See, it's all about the presentation.
It's all about the presentation, man. Yeah. So Comedic Knowledge, man.
Shouts out to y'all. And you know what's crazy? I love when we could see companies grow, because they sent us some shirts.
Hand it to me,
like really early. They sent us some shirts like really early when the show started. I want to say show 20 or something like that.
Yeah, it was very early on.
Very early on, and then to see what they're doing now is insane. So shout out to those brothers.
It's constant elevation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we like to thank them for thinking about us. You wore yours. That was dope.
Yeah, I wore mine yesterday. Yeah,
that was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough. And because then it'd be weird if we wanted to get like twins. That would just be kind of weird, right? So never wear yours when I wear mine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Check with me.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Because we don't want to come off as you know. Another quick announcement.
Yes.
Me and Griff are doing this thing on tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. And there's only 10 seats left. I'm gonna tell you now. You're sitting around bull crapping, and I'm not sure it can accompany more. Mm-hmm. That's why we put it at 100, because that's the way Zoom works. So we actually at 88 people, so that's like 12 spots.
I put the link in the chat right now.
Right now.
And it's in the link. It's in the description below as well.
And we're going to keep it in the description below, because I know how black people get. You know, we like to wait to the absolute last minute. Mm-hmm. But me and Griff are going to break this hip-hop thing down moving forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what you can expect, some Black Dot predictions. And, Griff is the minister of information. So he will cross his T's and dot his I's. So it is the information. Me and Professor Griff, Hip Hop State of the Union 2020.
Somebody said, there's a couple people who are saying they didn't get any information, like they paid but didn't get any.
Oh, don't worry. Griff is going to send you the link when it's time. So don't worry about it. We're not going to steal your money. Griff, I think he wants to send the link out close to, because you can't really share the link with other people. You know how black folks do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We always trying to, hey, so here's my link, and then, it'd be like a damn Netflix account and shit, So we can only accommodate the people who pay. All right? Yep. So trust me, no worries there. That'll get done. And it says we will be on for 2 hours, but I'll be clearing my throat in 2 hours. So
pause.
Pause. Yeah. Pause. Yeah. So expect us to go longer.
Yeah.
So you can get a lot of information in that time. Will you take 2 payments for the $40 JK?
We would take payments for the 40.
For what 40? I don't know. What
you talking about?
Payment plan.
Huh?
Payment plan.
Oh, payment plan? I don't know.
I'm give me a chance to get warmed up, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I put the link in the chat again. I'll be putting it in periodically throughout the show.
Yeah, I know I'm old. I can't just come in and just start hitting the ground running. And y'all hitting me with complex things. I'm boom, boom, boom. I gotta get this motor running. And then we can get in there. Oh, somebody said it's a joke. Okay, all right. I like jokes, but I want to catch the joke. So give me a minute to, still, fixing my eyeballs and, trying to get everything together. So that's what's going on now. You have a busy weekend coming.
Oh yeah, me and my friends, it's 5 of us. We're going to the Poconos. We're gonna have like our little business retreat powwow.
All right, this is the first annual business retreat powwow.
So we usually because one of my friends, Dre, he was active duty military and he was living in North Carolina. So every time he would come up for the holidays, then we would all get together and have like a night of just talking about what we're doing, our plans. But it always felt like we were rushing it because we all got like
lives and things to do.
So then Dre, he's actually back in New York, so we said like let's be serious and let's do this, because I was listening to some business podcast and this guy said he does like retreats, but he spends like $12,000 to be a part of these like mastermind groups.
Yes.
And he talked about how like if you want to be serious in your business, you have to link up with other people who are just as serious, right? Like minds. So me and my friends, we all have something we're doing. I'm you know what I do. My other friend Dre, he has a real estate brokerage. My other man's he's in fitness. My man Josh is in fashion suits. My man is a computer programmer. So we all trying to fine tune what we got. Have other eyes look in on what we're doing. Stuff. Yes. And we're super serious about it. Like
and be open and objective. Like, yo, son, you need to do better. So it's gonna be an iron sharpens iron weekend. Mm-hmm. I like that. Get away. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And just kind of help each other, lift each other up. Now for you in the chat, when you have your serious group that you work with, sometimes y'all gotta show that y'all serious and be able to take a small trip somewhere and just isolate yourselves for 2 and 3 days and buckle down. I'm pretty sure y'all gonna have a couple of
yeah.
You know, a little ski trip.
Yeah, like we chilling. You know, like it's
hit the gym in the morning.
Exactly. Because and that's why I said when we get together, we spend so much time catching up, and then by the time we want to get serious, we all gotta go and stuff like that. So that's why like it was imperative that we actually just get away. Yes. You know what I'm saying? We got a rule like limited phone use, especially when we talking about business. I limited because I got.
You're the only one with a child.
Right?
So you get an asterisk. Yeah. Okay, of course. Because if Noble, you know, if wifey's like, listen, I'm going through something.
Yeah.
So other than that, the limited phone is important.
That's a fact.
I like it, man. I wish some of me and my boys, my guys and I doing the same thing this weekend. Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Shuts out.
All right, cool, Loso. That's dope.
Yeah.
So you on time with it. You have to do this. And then it just separates those who are serious and those who are not serious. You know, everybody want to talk a good game. And, you know, you got to look at your man in his face.
Yeah.
If you love him and be like, yo, you slacking.
Yeah.
Or you doing this or I see this. Now, I think it's great. I think that's a great idea. And, again, it just shows the forward progress of young progressives.
Yeah, my friends are serious, man. If you read my book, one of the people, I actually have Dre in the book. And me and him, we had a wager. He said, like, we had a date set for the day I had to finish the first draft of my book. And he said, if you don't finish by this day, you owe me $500. But if you do finish, you don't get $500. You just get the satisfaction of finishing.
Boom. Dope.
Like, I was just like, nah, he's dead ass serious.
Oh, yeah, he's dead ass. And that's a dope deal because, nigga, you don't get no reward for hitting your deadline. But if you don't, there should be a penalty.
There should be a penalty.
Absolutely.
So shouts out to my boys. See y'all this weekend.
Yes. Dope.
And yeah, I recommend everybody try it.
Dope.
All right, so let's get into it, man. We got to
do it.
It's a little interesting Thursday.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So you have a new president.
Oh, all right, Azon, I see you the first time coming in the live. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Wait a minute, we have a new president.
New president. Clap it up.
Clap that up.
Clap that up.
Clap that up.
Racism is over.
Racism is over.
Police shootings. Black people are freeze.
And the vaccine is going to cure
everybody.
So the pandemic is gone.
It's about to be gone.
All right, clap that. Drop a bomb to that. Drop a bomb.
Oh wait, that's not gonna happen.
That has to happen.
Because that's what it seemed like to me yesterday.
That the celebration was like, yo, finally we free.
Yeah,
we free.
I felt a collective sigh of relief yesterday.
I did.
And it just, I'm gonna be real, it concerned me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
All right, here we go.
I'm not gonna lie
to you. Here we go.
Let's get to the
shits.
So yesterday, like I said, Joe Biden got sworn in to be president, him and Kamala Harris. And the way the media played this up, the way I saw black people playing this up, again, was just like all these things that we've been experiencing this 4 years with just this 4 years, these 4 years.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
These racists that been in place had just all of a sudden came out of their holes, like they were hibernating all of time in America. But because Trump was in,
right,
he emboldened them
right
to just come out.
Yeah.
So, but what I really saw was that people, black people, white people, as a collective, we don't like to do thinking for ourselves. We like everybody to do that for us, right?
Sure.
So we don't like to think about the real ramifications of Joe Biden being our president, his policies. A lot of people don't know what the hell he ran on. They just know he wasn't Donald Trump.
Right. That and for them, that was good enough.
That was good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you can have your, Trump wasn't he wasn't my candidate. I didn't care.
Right.
But to say, we just need anybody but him and anything will do. So you put a dirty glass next to a filthy glass.
A filthy glass.
And
you told me I'm still going to drink the dirty.
You told me to drink it too.
Yes.
Because that's just the way we're supposed to do things. I had a real big problem with that. And then yesterday, as black people, I'll be on Twitter. I got to chill. But I'll be on Twitter and I saw a lot of people just, caring about the wrong things. They were caring about the outfits Michelle was wearing.
Oh, she was. Did you see Michelle?
Serving looks or the outfits that Kamala Harris was wearing. We weren't thinking about anything else past the moment or past what we're seeing in front of us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I'm so happy. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm happy for petty reasons,
nefarious reasons.
Yeah.
You happy because you want to prove a point? To people.
Because I want people to see. First of all, I'm loving the fact that there is not going to be any excuse. Right? Trump is out. Y'all wanted him out now. Let's see what you. And you got the house.
Got the whole house.
You got the whole house. You got everything. Cool. I want to see what you do now. Right? Prove me wrong. We all win.
Yes. That's sort of like your man's bet he made with you.
Right.
With the $500.
Exactly.
Prove me wrong. And you still win.
Prove me wrong, we all win. So that's where I was really at with it yesterday. I didn't do too much. I just kind of took note and silently judged everybody.
Yeah,
for how they were acting.
Yes,
and that's really it.
And for me, it's the same thing. I'm beyond the point of judging people because they're not where you figure they should be.
Yeah.
Because it lends to too much energy on your part. Mm-hmm. So you don't understand when you are moving forward and you're trying to raise your vibration. The only thing that can hold you back is when you spend your energy on those who you shouldn't spend your energy on no more. Now, when you're young, you do that. You spend your energy. When you get older, you reserve your energy, but you still observe everything that's going on.
Right.
And for people celebrating, what Michelle had on, or the fist bump by Obama and Kamala, that's all I was hearing. And look at us, look at the women rising, and homie had Bernie Sanders with his weird outfit, and people. It was the gossip more than what's coming down the pipe. We have been programmed to operate within the moment. This is amazing on how the Hegelian dialectic is in full, work here, because they told you this is who the enemy is, and once we get rid of him, you good again. And for one small day, it worked.
Yeah.
People have been circling this day on their calendar as if Donald Trump is your problem, not the underwhelming divide in America of militia groups and just pure white people, you know what I mean, who are angry about what's going on in this country overall. Right? Not that Donald Trump did this. And I always told you, how did we get here? How did he get in there? He got in there to give you the results that you have now. It's no way around that. Even if you are a QAnon and you going with, first of all, y'all niggas is out of time. You QAnon niggas is out of time.
Yeah.
All right? I gave y'all to the absolute 20th. I said it's gonna pop.
Yeah.
And now I'm hearing those wasn't dead. All them people up there was really dead. And the CGI.
Yeah.
And I'm hearing all this kind of shit. You niggas is out of time.
Yeah.
Now they pushed the date back to March 6th.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And see, when you running a ruse, and I'm just saying, no matter what the ruse is, if it's a time sensitive ruse, then you know you have a limited time. If I guarantee the world is gonna end on a certain day, that means I can capitalize off all the benefits. But as we get closer to that day, I got to produce.
So that's why it was so. That's why remember last year I said this. Like, it was so funny because last year everything that people were saying, like all the theories, it had like end dates to them.
Right.
And then the dates would come and go.
Right. And you was able to push it. And even when he lost the election, they said no problem because he didn't really lose.
Yo, I didn't even know you had such a long time to overturn an election.
Yes.
From that day.
Yes. I learned something.
This. I did. So that was showing me something. Then I'm like, damn, maybe I don't know.
Maybe this shit is going down.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yes.
But yesterday came and went.
And so I don't. And again, you talking to somebody who loves a good conspiracy.
Yeah.
If I can indulge in it. So I just want to put that aside temporarily and just talk about what we saw. We saw Biden, I saw black people basically say, this white man is the savior now. Mm-hmm. This is our savior. This old, wrinkled up, crinkled up, stuttering, sputtering white man who put a lot of people in jail right? Who has pictures with, is it Nate Thurman? No, not Nate Thurman. The biggest racist in the South. Y'all know his name.
He was a KKK. He was like
member.
a black, like white dragon.
Yeah, white dragon. Pictures with him. We have the tapes of Biden in Congress basically calling us animals. He don't want his kids to go to school with us. Now, if you think this man changed his stripes, right?
Yeah.
Then there's something wrong with you. Old people don't change the way they feel about anything. We already know about Kamala Harris. Now, for us, we're saying she's not black because she ain't black. It's pissing off regular white people the fact that she looks black. See, here's the thing. We're not talking about the way she looks.
Right, yeah.
Because obviously she looks black, right? Those trailer park hillbilly white people, the first vice president, not only is it a woman, but it is a so-called black woman. Y'all don't think that's causing more angst in these people? Just like when Obama became the president, the only thing that saved Obama was the fact that he had a white mother. So white people who were under the guise of change said, we're going to let that pass. But it wasn't about him. It was about Michelle. Michelle, I think she's FBA.
Okay,
she might be ADOS. You know,
FBA, same thing, I think.
You know what I mean? She might be homegrown nigga, right? She has very strong features, right? I'm not going to get into all that other shit, right? I mean, I saw Helen doing push-ups and shit. She's backing Dwayne Wade and the niggas down on the hoop. Just kind of some characteristics that, like she could get it, right? So, but I think that pissed white people off. For 8 years, they had to deal with that. And remember, for the last 4 years, his hair grew grayer because these white people couldn't hold it any longer. These pure D racists are like, we got to get these niggas out of here. But to usher in their feelings, I'm just giving y'all a recap, we brought in Donald Trump.
Right.
And Donald Trump, first of all, not a politician,
right,
but he echoed the sentiments. He ran on the emotions of most of white America, right? The ones who closet racists, who don't want to say it, he just said it. Listen, we can't let all these immigrants come in the country and do all of this. This country is too blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He went through the whole process, and all of that built up anger for 8 years was able to have a release point.
Yep.
Anything that you're harboring for that long internally that has an external valve that you can let go, you're going to let it go. If you've been in prison for 8 years, boy, when you get out,
it's like getting a substitute teacher.
All that balled up energy, Hercules, right? You're going to let that shit loose. And it's like a substitute teacher.
Like, you know how your class
you just let that shit go.
Yeah.
Throw paper balls, this and that. So all of this was orchestrated. This is all predictive programming to get you to this point. And in between there, we had the threatening of a white woman becoming the president and Hillary Clinton.
Oh, that's right.
Now, y'all might think that's not important, but these white men hate these white women. That's why they deal with the stuff they deal with. There's no love between the white man and the white woman as you would think.
That's why the feminist movement started.
That's why the feminist movement was started, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing worse than having a nigger in the White House is to have a white woman. So Trump was going to win by default. And when he won, what did Hillary Clinton say? Didn't she say he stole the election?
The entire
Wasn't
time.
that the narrative?
And Russia helped. That was for like 2 years after.
2 whole years, that was the narrative. But we're going to forget about that. Because since Trump said the same thing, this nigga crazy, but she just said the same thing. Anyway, long story short, here we are. They did all of that to bring us back to restore order. It's gang.
That's what it felt like a celebration of, like,
and we back.
Like, okay, cool. Like, no more racism. Like,
right, we back. We got, you know what I'm saying? Because of course, Biden is connected to Obama.
Yeah,
he was the vice.
Yeah,
and Obama was connected to Hillary. She was Secretary of State. Hillary's connected to Bill.
Yeah,
her husband. He was the president. I've been living
and then
up
Michelle
here.
is cool with George Bush.
Michelle is cool with George, and George is connected to his dad. So this shit is gang. These niggas is back up in the house, and y'all missed all of that because y'all was looking at colors. Oh, she wore beautiful color. Did you see the way her hair sat? This bitch got a goddamn mask on. I don't even know if that was Michelle. The forehead looked the same. How the fuck should I know? They all up there with criminal mask on. This is a criminal process. And they all up there. It was really, really weird what was going on. But here we are. Here we are. So now we get an opportunity, because I'm just going to mention this. 80,000 people died yesterday from corona, or 8,000 something. And that is on Biden's watch. Oh. All right, just want to throw that out there. This has happened on Biden's watch. Just want to throw it out there.
You know what's crazy? I thought about that. I'm like, so now, because Biden, he said something like now, he expects the count to get to 500,000. So I'm like, does that roll over to him now?
Does that roll over, nigga? I mean, because we all know that one man started the virus. Yeah. Like, to me, and again, the only way one man can be responsible for a virus is if he had the virus in a jar. And he opened that shit up and let that shit go. And then ran off. That nigga who did that, the Chinese nigga from the Wu-Tang, whoever he did that, he's responsible. To say that Trump, because he didn't tell you the first day that it happened that you should wear a mask, it's his fault. Yeah. But, boy, wait. For the last 3 months, more people have died than all the other 9 months combined, or 8 months combined. But we all were wearing masks. What about those people? Yeah. So you understand how foolish that sounds when people stand, well, he should have been more responsible. How? How can any man defeat an invisible nigga? Rona might be in the room with us now, watching the podcast. We don't know. Yeah. All right. This enemy that they've created is a master enemy, because they're giving you one out in front that you can see and one you can't see. Now, we just got rid of the one we could see. Right. Now we're dealing with the one we can't see. And my prediction is this. Either they're going to get rid of the pandemic because the numbers are telling them it ain't working. Right? Yeah. Or, and give credit to the Democrats who got rid of that, back to business, and you niggas will be happy going back to the lives you had, which is some crazy shit to begin with. You know what I mean? Or they're going to implement the next phase of this, because one of the first executive orders signed was, make sure at any public place you got this mask on. Yeah. Any public place, helicopters, planes, restaurants, you have to wear this mask. That's one of the first bills that he signed. You know what I mean? So we want to be clear of what's going on here.
He signed 17 executive orders yesterday.
Right. Any of them for black people?
No, none.
So he got in office. He signed 17.
No, matter of fact, maybe one.
I didn't think there was any for black people.
I think. Don't quote me. But yeah, signed 17. Let me see.
All kind of stuff. The Paris bill.
Yeah, he rejoined everything Trump left. He kind of
reconnected the dots.
Yeah.
World Health Organization back on.
Right. So, us being involved with some of that stuff again, it kind of just reignites the globalism.
Yes.
Point. And remember, I said that's a word that we need to be more familiar with.
Yes.
Because it's a lot that goes on with that.
And I need you again. I like to stack my common sense on top of my common sense, and I'm just going to ask you again. Does it look like the world is ending? If you didn't watch CNN at all, would you think anything in your life was abnormal? That's all I'm asking. Don't tell me, my uncle died. Okay, people die all the time, B. But is the way that when I hear pandemic and shut the world down and you can't do this, to me, the body count is supposed to be way higher. Look at the prisons, schools, hospitals, all of these places where people are coming together on a regular basis in your life. This is a self-evaluation question. That's all it is. Is your life any different than anything, any other day or any other time? Or are they messing with you? Are they psychologically poking at you to tell you the world is going to end? I know if the world was going to end, what it would look like. I'd have neighbors. The damn coroners would be on every floor, just rolling people out. Oh, goddamn, they got Annie Mae. They got, oh, shit. I'm not seeing none of that shit.
And
I'm not trying to say people are not dying. You keep in mind, this could just be a super version of the flu, right? It's a super version of the flu that is going to take a few people out. Watch this. 95%, right, of the people, as we know, are going to recover on their own. So that tells me there's only 5%. Y'all created all of these vaccines in hopes to preserve 5% of the people. It's just not add up. And these 5% are elderly people or people with pre-existing conditions.
And one of the
and he fired the black Surgeon General.
Which, okay, we're gonna talk about that too. But one of the things even about the vaccine is you have to. A lot of people can't get it if you have pre-existing conditions because you could be allergic to it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, who is it really for? But going back to him firing the black Surgeon General, I thought that was hilarious, right? Because that dude was buck dancing and do it for Big Mama, way back
there, man. Do it for Big Mama
and Pow. And then his team told nobody else. And team. As soon as he got in, team told him, like, all right,
step down, my nigga.
Step down.
You've done your job. Now beat it, because they have to align all of their pieces in place. Now he also hired.
Oh yes.
A health.
Yes.
Guru.
No. He nominated the first openly out transgendered federal official to be the assistant health secretary.
Yeah. Now,
Dr. Rachel Levine.
Now, I guess congratulations to Rachel Levine for reaching this unprecedented point. But I'm confused because you're in charge of health. Aren't you facing your own mental health challenges?
You would think, yeah.
I mean, you're a man who is now a woman.
Yeah.
That is a health. I don't care what nobody says. That means there's something wrong, nigga. I mean, how you choose to live is your business. But don't tell me that this is the new norm.
Right.
And
so they will.
It's ironic that somebody who we would consider
unhealthy,
this nigga got issues, is in charge of the health. I'm just saying. Right? I know the alphabet soup might come down on me. Pause. Don't come down on me too hard. But I'm just asking, right? Like, shouldn't that be something? Because those are health issues.
So also, his cabinet is being touted as, or his staff is being touted as the most diverse staff in the history of the White House, right?
Yes.
So there's a lot of black women, or
as a matter of fact, CBS, NBC, ABC, and the Washington Post all for the first time have female correspondents connected to the White House.
Yes.
As their lead correspondents.
As the lead correspondent. So just think about what that's going to do to the conversation, right?
Yes.
Because I think they do those things to kind of put an invisible shield from criticism.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Because one of the things he said was, if you see Kamala, anything is possible. This shows that it's possible.
Right.
So they're going to tout that as an installation barrier, so you can't say they're racist. How you going to say we racist? Look how many, and stop thinking racist means that black people don't work for you. You know how many bosses that we have and we deal with every day who are stone cold racist, right? So we have to get out of our mindset that because LeBron James or anybody else is elevated to a whole nother level, that the people around them or truly view them as racist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about that when I get to the Tiger Woods thing.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? So, in my humble opinion, this person, because mental illness is real, has their own challenges. Unless this is America saying this isn't a health issue.
Right.
This is just a choice you make. Like, you come down as a man, you don't like it, you come down as a woman, or you change yourself and become a woman. When we've already done a report on the fact that they never tell you how many people regret that operation.
Yes.
Or regret that whole process.
Yes, there's a huge community.
A huge community they don't tell you about. So that huge community, what birthed them? cutting off their private parts or their anatomy and trying to act, because you can never be what you are not. I'm sorry.
Right.
I could never know what it's like to be a woman, except for when I had, constipation, and I gave birth that time. That's as close as it gets.
But I'm telling you, the discord online, women only defend homophobia, transgenderism, like all of that stuff, when it is at the disadvantage of black men. When
they use that. Right.
They use that. So you're homophobic, or like, when it angers you, or when you say something kind of against it. Now, when transgender women like poke their chest out and want to be women, that's when women go, whoa,
slow down. You ain't really a woman.
Yeah, it's always,
yeah,
bro,
and that's a card that
like
these women play. They should be anybody they want, and then in this next breath, ain't enough men around. We just can't have it
always
both ways.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be something we're gonna keep our eye on, and that's not to knock the person who got the job. You got the job. Not saying that you didn't go to school and become qualified. I just think it's ironic that you have changed who you are, you know what I mean? Because you didn't like who you were. It's really deep.
Okay, really, matter of fact, hold on, I wanted to show you something.
Somebody said drop the bomb. Fuck it.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think she was, let me see, she's currently the health secretary and a pediatrics and psychiatry professor at Penn State College of Medicine.
Okay, so she's dealing with kids?
Yes.
And the psychological aspect of kids, that's a dangerous.
That's crazy.
That's very dangerous because of the programming. You know what I'm saying? You telling these little kids, it's okay to feel this way. And now, to get to the bottom of what's causing this, we don't have that much time, right? I say, Wesley Muhammad has a dope breakdown of some of the chemicals that are in the weed and in the food that are changing the bio, because if they can change your DNA, they've already said they can change it, then you can be confused, and it's not your fault. I want to be clear with that. Whatever you're feeling internally based on the imbalances that you are dealing with, I can't hold that against you. Like, if I get injected with something and I start losing my mind, I wouldn't expect you to hold that against me as if that's something that I happen to design. So we have an entire couple of generations, because remember, I don't care what nobody says, I'm 52 years old. We didn't have this kind of situation when I was growing up. We had a kid or two who was okay, and we dealt with that. And I don't want to hear about all of these people in the closet. It ain't that many closets where all of these people could have been. So we know over the last 30 years, with the use of celebrities and then people telling you it's okay to be who you are, a lot of these people have freely come out and expressed their concern, and you have a life to live. But don't tell me that this is in accordance with nature. The only law I'm trying to deal with here is nature. So I am not saying you are a criminal or I'm just saying there has to be some form of imbalance, either through the food, the air, and the water, and the music, and the thoughts placed in our head. All of these external things which can change bits and pieces of our DNA and make us act other than ourselves. It's happening to black people now. We're killing each other. We're twerking in the name of Dr. King and freedom. All of that is a chemical imbalance. I don't care what nobody say. There are an imbalance in our music. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow night. That's another plug. And, everything has to be put on the table of what we're going through and the war that's being waged against us. And the sexuality is no different when the European have a 0% reproduction rate. All of them clinics, them Planned Parenthood clinics that you thought were an ally for sisters that have their own choice, were slaughtering centers, taking away the beams of light that were coming in, the wayports of this planet. Our women are the beam of light airport, so to speak. Beam of light come through, boom. And so all of these centers were put in place to stop the rise of a black messiah, to stop the rise of the indigo children, to stop the rise of the shining ones. Dude, the numbers, the biggest deaths in this planet are abortions, and by people of color, with under the guise of, I just want to, this is my right to do my thing, and I'm not here to argue those points, but let's look at the beings that never get a chance to rise amongst us. Imagine Malcolm X's moms aborted him, all right, and so forth and so on. The only way on the planet spiritually is through the legs of the black woman. Yeah. And obviously white people have their own airport a little further down, and you know, they don't have the plush airport and get all the faculties that come in. It just is what it is, right? So we are at war.
Yes.
I'm not going at the transgenders to say it's your fault, but I'm also not saying that you normal, nigga. That ain't some normal shit. I don't care how you dress that shit up, it will never be normal, right? All right.
Yeah. So to conclude that, like somebody said in the chat, what's going to happen as a result of yesterday is a lot of people who were kind of on their game because of Trump, so they kind of on, you know, what's happening and things like that. A lot of people are going to be rocked back to sleep. Because,
absolutely.
The news, CNN, all these news stations, they were on top of every political move he made, which forced people to get a little sharp.
Yes.
Now, if I saw a news story that Biden doesn't know if he wants to use the same color scheme in the jet now. Yeah. They had nothing to talk about.
And I saw a report that said Happy Birthday is a dangerous song to sing now. This is on Fox. Can't make this shit up. Because the P and the B, happy birthday, can lead to spit particles, which can give you the goddamn coronavirus.
Lord have mercy.
So now you have to sing Happy Birthday in the mask. I'm just telling you. Saw this shit on Fox News.
Yeah.
Can't make this shit up. So this is where we are.
Yes.
I think we should take a break.
Yeah,
right
we'll
now.
take a commercial break. We shall return.
We shall return.
Yeah, fuck the shit, flip the script and get it right. Rewrite history, so this time we may get it right. Take the jewels from our elders, rock them and wear them tight. Apply it to your life, and so you're not blinded of your sight. It's taken by the white man, cause it's blacks we fight. And we taught that we angry and mad just out of spite. But we too grumpy black men, tired of the lies given to the kid in their lifetime. Real eyes, realize, never fly by me, by we the people, how are we? If we treat it like the dirt beneath our feet, why we trees waiting to grow up, real with knowledge, but whoever show us the names is Bobby Martin on the seat. We'll bring your mind and show you things you thought you never see. Just be open-minded, take a listen, and you will see just how much truth and knowledge a black man can really speak.
Welcome to LOV Studios, an extraordinary channel. The only channel of its kind. We have conversations with Leslie with various perspectives of the social experience across generations. This is a complete programming experience. Let's See with Leslie Olabisi, bringing you my ratings to films, series, and podcasts from around the world. We feature food, fashion, real reviews, unboxings of sneakers, AV equipment, and so much more. Prefer to listen? Unboxing with Leslie, voiceover tech talk, not a sneakerhead, and select titles are on the new Love Studios podcast on Anchor FM. I'm bringing insiders across all industries. Leslie O is a host unlike any other. Join me on my journey as a voiceover boss in my upcoming documentary about my time with Dame Dash.
One episode about your days with
Love
Dame.
Studios, now on Anchor FM.
And we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Support those businesses.
Support those businesses, yes.
You know what I'm saying? They need the support, and we have to show through economics, you know the spiel, on how we can show love for the people who show love to us.
For sure.
And, you know, economics is a big part of black liberation that we don't speak enough about. So, yeah, peace. Mama Queen and Malcolm, we love the show. Love from Grands Upstate. My Grands. All right, appreciate you.
All right.
Leslie, shout out to Leslie who's in the chat. She mentioned The Wounded Womb in terms of a book that people need to read by Phil Valentine. It's like 800 pages long.
Bro.
That really deals and delves and us understanding the importance of the woman's womb and the attack on us.
Denise Lee, thank you.
Denise Lee, are you serious?
Oh my gosh.
Oh geesh.
My goodness.
Thank you. Drop a bomb to that.
My gosh.
Man, we appreciate
all of that
shit. That just warms my heart, man.
Facts. Oh my goodness.
That means you appreciate what we do, and we appreciate you.
Nova can eat tonight.
Oh, no. Boom. Noble's gonna get some food tonight.
Nova can eat tonight.
Now we really
thank you. Oh my gosh. And everybody else who gave a super chat.
Everybody else.
We were just cooking earlier. That's why we couldn't get to
$1 all the way up, man.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
We appreciate you. Now,
also, don't forget to sign up for your thing
tomorrow.
Yes,
I will be cooking with hot grease with Professor Griff, the legendary Professor Griff, Hall of Fame inductee, Professor Griff.
I put the link in the chat.
We put it in the chat for you. It was 12 seats left about half hour ago.
We'll see.
Get in there if you can. You'll see me in rare form, PowerPoint presentation and all, breaking down the culture. You know, I don't get a chance to do that a lot here unless the subject comes up. It'll be all hip hop all the time.
Nice.
Because we are in a unique spot.
Yes.
Where we can finally take something for ourselves, you know, and line ourselves up. You heard?
Yes.
Yes.
Somebody said I'm gaining baby weight. I'm in the gym, man.
That might be baby weight.
Nah,
I don't
man.
know. Gotta check your tummy. Gotta check your tummy.
Listen, I'm here. I just got a hoodie on.
Tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So, don't want to say we told you so, but we told you so, right? On Monday, we talked about the NBA possibly giving these players the vaccines in public as a show of faith that the vaccine is safe and to get black people to take the vaccine.
We said that.
And then a story comes out about Adam Silver wanting to use the vaccine as a PSA to black people, and they might give it all out in public.
And on a public display.
That is safe for black people.
It's like them niggas was listening to the show or something.
And they said, whoa, that's a good idea.
You know what I mean?
So you did this.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. But I'm just trying to tell you, you know, the way this thing works because of our affection for celebrity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We still in a cloud of celebrity for some strange reason during these times that they can use these celebrities because he said clearly a public display, a public service announcement.
Yes.
Like we want to do that publicly because I told you if LeBron did this in the privacy of his own home and that's his family's decision, I have zero problems with that. Like I have zero problems with you in the chat. Those who decided to take the vaccine or you're thinking about it, this is your walk.
Somebody said they had a vaccine party at their job and with the raffle for an iPad.
You see what I'm saying?
They're getting desperate.
And then I was watching Professor Griff's show. They were offering pot for shots.
Oh.
They were doing that as well somewhere around the country. I'm pretty sure the people in the chat can tell me who that was.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So this is what's going on.
Yeah.
This whole public, if LeBron does that on his own, no problem. But when you are responsible indirectly for 100 million kids around the country, and you get up there and you lead because this is a defining moment in our history.
The crossroads are here.
The crossroads are here. If you do that, and as a result of that, 100 million kids, parents around the country say if it's safe for LeBron, and they might be giving LeBron what is it? Placebo, right? You don't know what he's taking.
Libido.
Right? If you do that, now you're impeding on the path. You have taken advantage, because with power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spider-Man. So, okay. Because I've been noticing in the social media streets that the collective feeling around the vaccine is take it. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing a lot of people get shamed for not wanting to take it. Because what they're doing is, okay, so I saw somebody go, yo, y'all saw polio be gone for the last 60 years and y'all scared to take a vaccine, right? Then the response was, well, that vaccine took 20 years to develop. That the comeback to that, which would have been my, it took way longer than a year, than 8 months to develop.
Sure.
Right? Then the response to that, well, it wasn't a global pandemic and it wasn't, a national interest that, was where billions of dollars was invested into this vaccine. You get what I'm saying? Which, again, still doesn't change the fact that you're dealing with something that's foreign into the human body, and how can it affect it?
Not only foreign to the human body, you can't sue Pfizer for anything that happens to you. People are dying from it. People are having adverse effects to it. That's why that is a journey you have to take on your own. I only want to be responsible for my actions, right? And I know we have a small sphere of influence here, but I'm very clear. I don't care how much I get goofy up here and have fun. I'm very clear on things of this magnitude, because that is a choice you and your family have to make. I know vaccines take 5 to 8 years to get one, and you got one in 8 months tells me two things. Either we are really in a pandemic and they had to work thousands of hours overtime to stop this pandemic, but then I look outside and kids are playing and people are going to baseball games and people are going here and people are doing that, and the damn supermarkets are still crowded. So I'm figuring out what pandemic they talking about, what world they're living in. Or they knew that this was coming a long time ago, and they have to at least give off the illusion that this took 8 months when it may have took 5 years when they created the superbug in the first place. You know what I'm saying? They create the problem and the solution usually at the same goddamn time, right? And now they're going to make all their money off these pharmaceuticals. You know what I mean? All of this pharmaceutical stuff. And when the history is written, not the history today, because the history today is going to say, well, Biden and them got in, because he wants to vaccinate 100 million people in 100 days, right? And he's using, Jeff Bezos has just made the announcement that he will assist in this process, right? So now he said his 800,000 employees will take the vaccine, and then I guess they will then hit the streets.
So what I see happening, I see it because, again, there are people who are still just not with it. What's going to happen is jobs are going to make you get it. They're going to tie the vaccine to benefits, to people's benefits. They're going to make them get it. But which is still crazy to me, because, mind you, my son is 6 months, right? And we asked my kid's doctor, like, yo, like, what's up with that? We not with it. She goes, oh, like, it's not even approved for kids yet. So think about that.
Right.
Think about that. So a vaccine that's killing all these people is not even approved for kids yet. Fauci even said, "Oh, it hasn't even been like tested on kids."
But the kids are the ones who haven't come down with nothing.
Which is,
blind. But my father works in vaccine trials, and he told me directly that they skipped many steps in this period to green light this vaccine. Thank you, but make it vegan. Thank you. Appreciate that information. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? So now you're skipping steps at my expense. You know what I mean? Yeah. And so I'm concerned. So when the history is written today, Biden and them comes in, and we enforced 100 days, 100 million people. As a result, everything tapered down. But when we re-look at the history, there are going to be certain individuals that we are going to blame because the after effect could be 10 years.
Yeah.
It could be 10 years when you start seeing the real effects of the side effects and things of that nature. Remember, Biden and Trump and all of them, they're immune. They get a 50-year window. Like, you can't even open up their files for 50 years or something when you become the president, and that dirt you do is sealed. So you're long gone on what it is that you did and the crimes you committed against humanity. All right? Now, anytime you impede on somebody's spiritual path, that is a crime against humanity, a spiritual crime, not a man-made crime. Your job is to just be you, and if you can be beams of light, Joan Williams, but
will jobs be liable if people get hurt? Or probably not, right?
Probably not. So we're at a unique time, is what I'm trying to say, in our history, a pivotal point, and all of these people gonna come out the woodworks now that the Democrats are back. You might start seeing your favorite celebrities, if they not dead.
Arnold Schwarzenegger said he took it and said, "Come with me if you want to live.
Come with me if you want to live."
Yeah.
Get down, get a shot.
Yeah.
Come and get a shot if you want to live. Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, so they're gonna, and somebody said not liable, they'll make them sign a consent. Yeah, Jobs would just say either take this or you're fired, and sign this so we're not liable.
Right. So you up shit's creek. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not very stern on what you got to do to survive for your family. But pay attention of all the celebrities who are hiding during the Trump administration, who are now going to surface, if they're not dead, if they're not in Guantanamo Bay and all of that shit, if they're going to start showing back up, and now they're going to be poking out their chests because it's their time again. It's gang time, and I don't want to ever be on the wrong side of history. That is all I'm telling you. So no, I'm not taking the shot. I'm not going to, whatever you choose to do. But if LeBron gets in front of the world and does that, because remember, in 91, they anchored all of this shit with Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
With the HIV. And remember, we knew nothing about HIV during that time. We didn't know if you got to spit. If you had to have sex, you didn't. If the spit hit my forehead and I'm sweating, is that shit integrated into me? We knew nothing. People were asking weirdo questions. And along came Dr. Sebi. I don't know if the timeline is correct. But during Magic's time, Sebi was known in the conscious community for doing what he do. Right? Sebi's documentary should be coming out soon.
Yes.
In 2021. See how that 30-year period I'm talking about?
Which is so crazy.
Yeah, this shit is crazy.
Jeez.
This is crazy. So we're in a time loop. And I'm getting ready to lay all that out for you so you don't think, the Terminator can take any goddamn thing. Exactly. Fuck, he the Terminator. Shit.
When did the Terminator movie come out?
It's a new one coming out?
No, when did it come out?
That's interesting. I got to find out. Got to find out when that came out. So this is what we're dealing with. And you got to sit down, brothers and sisters, with your family and educate yourselves as much as possible, but do not allow CNN to make that decision for you.
Yes.
If you do, you're a goofy. If you do. Now, if you and your family sit down and, you know what I'm saying, and you guys are doing your research and you call up this one and you get both sides of the story and you decide this is going to be best for your family, live with that decision. I live with decisions I make every single day, and you just live with it. But do not tell me, based on CNN, that you got this shot, and that's the end of the story. Don't do that to yourself. That's a disservice to your family.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So they're going to, tighten these bolts real soon, because this first 100 days in office is very telling. All right?
Yeah.
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So this story was a very sad story. This kid named Jihad Chauncey, I think that's how you say his name.
Yes.
From Staten Island, producer. He was 23 years old, and he was killed in his own studio. And it was sad because he had worked hard. He opened his own studio in his neighborhood, and he was killed at that studio. And I saw, because I remember you told me about the story.
Yeah.
and then I did my own research on the story. Then I saw the video footage from outside the door because he had the ring
phone, the camera, the ring
camera, and it was just like, damn, like they didn't take anything.
They just shot him in his back with a fucking assault rifle,
like military grade assault rifle,
a military grade. And let me tell you why this story is important, because I immediately thought about you guys, my children, and you know what I'm saying, and you're trying to do these positive things. Like, this guy built a recording studio. That was his mistake, because along with that comes a whole bunch of dudes who think they got talent. A whole bunch of dudes who want to rhyme about money but ain't got money to pay their studio session. A whole bunch of dudes who are just jealous that you're doing something for your community.
Yeah.
But he did. He felt Staten Island is my home. There is talent here. I want to create the outlet where people can come and work on their skill set. And he probably had aspirations of his own. The downside of that is jealousy, envy, you know what I'm saying, and those who think that you owe them something.
Right.
Your man's in the, because you know, obviously this is some dudes he knew.
Yo,
your man's in them want to book a session, but they ain't got no money, and you're trying to instill in them. That's not the way business works. This is just me, I never get freebies from my people who are doing business.
Same.
Now, if you send me something, that's fine. But when I come, I don't want no discount, and I'm showing up because we have to learn to exercise business.
Right.
So if your sessions is $50 an hour, I want to know how much. My man be like, yo, no, what's the price?
Right.
Because I notice when I spend my money with you, my service is better, and we respect each other.
Yeah.
Because I know how hard it is to run a studio or doing something that you do. But there's an underbelly of people who just think because they are who they are. And that's why a lot of these athletes don't come back. It's not that they don't have love for their community. It's just that you sat around. You had the same opportunities I did. Right? And I saw you up in your window smoking weed, playing PlayStation, while I was down there shooting 500 fucking jumpers a day, rain, sleet, or snow, which equated to habits that put me in the position to reap the benefits. And now when I come back, I owe you.
Right.
Because you just was there, and if not, niggas think it's sweet. That's the shit. Niggas think it's sweet out here. That means you didn't really do nothing to me, but because you're not giving me what you got, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Exactly.
That's what that shit mean. Niggas think it's sweet. That's what that shit mean. And it's sad because as a father, you think about, God damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And here it is, you young brothers, all of you and your friends and tight-knit guys, you're all trying to expand and do business, and then the haters come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's real deep and real sad. So we want to send our condolences out to him and his family, because even the reports, everybody who spoke about him had the same narrative. That's a great kid. He didn't have no children, had no criminal record. He just had a dream, and somebody just snuffed this dream out. You know what I'm saying? Because niggas think it's sweet out here. Bad, bad, bad. Definitely. Crabs in the barrel, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So because me and my pops, we had like a real intense talk on this because of how these stories like this are all too common. You know what I'm saying?
And they're all too common, and then you get looked upon as the bad person when you don't come back. It's because your life is in danger when you come back. And that's sad to have to come amongst your people and be looking over your shoulder because the wolves is out.
Yeah.
Because you have to pay a hood tax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if we all striving and we all have to, we all giving back, our community is a better place to be, and you can walk amongst your people, because even look at Muhammad Ali and them. They walked in the hood.
Yeah.
The champ walked down the hood. No problems. You can't do that now because you're the target. Not the white man who created these environments and situations that we are all in, on top of each other, living on top of each other with no jobs, easy access to guns and easy access to drugs. Now, we don't own no manufacturing systems, and we don't make no crystals. We got no poppy seed fields, none of that shit.
Yeah.
But we have plenty of that stuff available to heighten and create situations that screw us all. So when you get an opportunity, and this may sound controversial, when you get an opportunity to level up, You level up and you don't look back. Not look back like you level up with no guilt is what I'm saying.
That's a fact.
You level up with no goddamn guilt. You don't, oh man, I wonder what people gonna think. I don't give a shit what people think.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. I fucked up the whole HOTEP handbook. Everything in the fucking handbook was, I just avoided and broke all of those fucking rules. I kept a job the whole time I was in the HOTEP community. I raised my babies the whole time I was in the HOTEP community. I ate what the fuck I wanted when I was, listen, I don't give a shit. And here I am 25 years later. I've been in the conscious community 25 years. You might find a lecture with Bobby Hemmett on, it's called Making Sense of the Madness. That was the very first physical lecture I went to. I was already in the community. You'll see me and wifey in the front row looking young, and we're laughing our ass off because Bobby is going off. He's in rare form. So 25 years in this community, and I refuse to abandon the foundational principles of what make me a man. I don't give a hoot what niggas think. And when it became time for me to get on a machine to keep my life alive, that ain't in the handbook, nigga. I was supposed to be drinking green juice. I get it. This is why you walk your own path. I made a decision. Listen, this is what it is.
Right.
And this is what I am going to do to preserve life for me so that I can see this young man grow up and have his own baby and write his own book and watch my other son Marcus start real estate. Are you kidding me? The last 16 years, I told y'all, were the best 16 years of my life, and they all was birthed because I thought I was dying. All right? So don't wait until you think you dying to start living this shit. Make this shit amazing. I'm having a great time.
Thanks.
This shit is beautiful, right? So at sometimes you gotta abandon the fucking HOTEP handbook, right? Because you worried about what other people think, and do what's best for you. So if you get a chance to level up, get you a nice, condo or something, you level up. You don't owe nobody shit. You don't owe these niggas shit. All right, let them get their own, and then you secretly do what you need to do.
Yeah, you sent your kids to Catholic school.
I sent my kids to Catholic school. Throw that in the hole. That's page 17 in the HOTEP handbook.
You broke.
You can't do that.
That's a sin.
That's a sin.
Yeah.
And yet I'm sitting here with all of you same niggas talking that same shit.
Yeah.
And you have elevated no further than I have. All right? I don't want to start getting into particulars because then it'll really get messy. And that's not what I'm about.
And we did that because the graduation rate in New York City is 100%. So.
Yeah. I'm just playing the game and this and that. But my children were taught at home. You know what I mean? They knew the black man was God from birth. So, anyway, don't get caught with all that bullshit.
Yeah. So
and don't let nobody pressure you into some other bullshit.
All facts. So you want to take another commercial?
Nah, let's get another topic in there.
All right, let's do it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this motherfucker cooking.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
What Rick Judah talking about, B?
Huh?
I said, what Rick Judah talking about?
Oh, we give Rick Judah. Rick Judah balances out the equation in our comment section. That's why we leave Rick Judah alone. We don't, we not into block him and because he don't agree with we never on that. So Rick Judah has plenty of space.
Yeah, do your thing
to do his thing.
Do your thing
inside of our piece.
So Donald Trump before he left, he pardoned Lil Wayne.
Ooh.
He pardoned Harry O. Remember we talked about that. He pardoned Harry O. And he pardoned Desiree. What's her name?
The girl from Rock Nation.
Yes.
Desiree, whatever her name is.
Now Malcolm was confused because I thought she was out. Right?
Yes.
She is out.
First of all, let's talk about the people he pardoned. He pardoned Kilpatrick.
Yes.
The mayor from Detroit.
Yes.
He another guy, Hobbs, was a drug dealer. I forget where he's from. He got pardoned.
He pardoned a lot of people who were actually directly affected by the 94 crime bill.
Right. He also pardoned a bunch of people affected by the 94 crime bill, and he did that purposely.
As a real
that was a little way to rub it into.
Yeah.
My only concern, and I saw Obar's live. Shout out to Obar.
Shout out to Brother Obar.
Brother Obar. I saw his live the other day, and he spoke, or whether it was earlier today, and he had a very good point. Like, what about Mumia? You know what I'm saying? What about Mumia Jamal? What about actual activists who have been in jail wrongfully for all of these years who can actually come out and maybe have an impact? So they quick to get rid of let these rappers and drug dealers back on the streets. And what sign or message does that really send?
So for me, what I've always believed about these pardons is they help you out some way as the president, right?
Okay.
Like help your connections some way, right? So remember, it was a big topic when Lil Wayne took a picture with Trump.
That was gangster.
Yeah. And his lawyer is saying like, oh, that had nothing to do with him getting pardoned.
That's bullshit.
Come on.
That's bullshit.
Come on.
He probably told him, look, Wayne, just take a photo with me, and I'll help you with your situation.
Right.
Right. So while we barked on Lil Wayne, not us, but people, because he was standing next to the open enemy, the most cancerous man ever created since Hitler, and lo and behold, he got his pardon.
Yeah.
So that's chess, not checkers. Y'all niggas was emotional. He was playing long game. Same thing with Harry O.
Same thing with Harry O. Right?
Where Snoop just called this nigga the worst thing that ever happened, and then secretly went behind that because he know this is all a game. This shit is all
theater.
Theater, and got his man Harry O released. You know what I mean? So I had no personal issues with any black man, Kodak Black.
Well, so it's crazy because Kodak Black is still facing 30 years for another charge.
Okay, but listen, nigga, I put you on the streets.
Yeah.
Now you're on your own, nigga.
Yeah.
You got too much shit going on.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to knock any black man who comes home, right? Now, the ironic thing about the 94 crime bill shit, and that'll segue into Jay-Z in a minute, is that all of these people went to jail mostly for marijuana crimes. We are the only non-violent country where we can lock niggas up for selling marijuana, right? Make a whole bunch of money off you being in the system because you working for 13 cents an hour now. We tax people are paying for your beds, and then we can change the law.
Why you still in there?
Now we making money off both ends. So now we say, that shit is legal, and now we're gonna make money. This shit is gangster. The audacity.
Yes.
To say, all right, well, we done made $50 billion off black people labor, and now we're gonna say that they're not breaking the law, and now we're gonna make another $100 billion on the other end of black people labor because we definitely gonna smoke weed. So that ties us into the Jay-Z piece.
Yes.
Because he has launched a
$10 million fund to I guess support
startups for minorities who want to get into the cannabis business.
To invest in minority-owned cannabis companies.
I want to clap that up, on the surface, because I'm not a hater, and there's no personal agenda. Now, the only problem I have is that white people are so far ahead with this,
right?
Because they be 3 and 4 years ahead of the law, so they get they line their ducks up,
paperwork,
everything ready to go. So when Cuomo says it's official, they open up shop and
it's already there. It's like, goddamn,
how did that happen?
Yeah,
it looked like it happened overnight.
He just signed a law in yesterday. How's this up already?
Absolutely. So that's how advanced white hippies or the ones who are into marijuana understand. So by Jay-Z doing this, I think it's a great opportunity for us to get a piece of the marijuana business. You know what I'm saying? Since it's going to be legalized and things of that nature.
Yeah, and New York, because Cuomo, he's only doing that because New York has lost so much money.
Yes.
So he's
and it's inevitable. This is where
everything is
going because the marijuana leaf or the plant is medicinal. It's all of the chemicals infused into it, which Dr. Wesley Muhammad speaks about, that causes the problems of men acting other than themselves and things of that nature. It's not the plant itself. And if you know anything about pharmaceuticals, they cannot put a patent on something natural. So their job is to make things really synthetic where they can put a patent and own the shit.
Yeah.
Right? So that's how that's going. So we want to shout out Jay-Z for giving. And if you into the cannabis business and you understand it and you may be growing it and you have a way to listen, I'm waiting for, and this is just me, I'm waiting for the CMOS cannabis. When one of you brothers start fusing the CMOS in with the cannabis, Dude, I gotta drop a bomb today.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Right? Where everybody else, yo, this is chunky space, this and purple gladiator and all that old kind of shit. Nah, give me the sea moss weed. All right? Where every puff I take, I'm getting 92 minerals, nigga. Now, of course, you know, I know we got smart people. The minute you start burning something and it changes the chemical, I'm not going to get in all that goofy shit. Just make the shit work. Blue pill already on that? That's what somebody said? Well, shit, let me get the blue.
He ain't
hit me up. Shit.
Man, listen.
If that's what it is, you heard?
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about. And talking about changing the DNA of things, you was giving me a report about chatbots.
Oh yes. So Microsoft, and this is according to IGN nerd website, right? Microsoft has filed a patent that would allow the company to digitally revive dead relatives using their information. So using their voice from videos, from their social media, from their text, how they text, and all of that. Now, if you're paying attention, that sounds a lot like the Black Mirror episode.
It definitely does.
They're trying to actually do that.
Yes. So that means, like,
and they're trying to take the step further by suggesting that this is, quote, a 2D or 3D model of a specific person could potentially be created.
And in doing so, let's say you take Black Dot. I'll just use me, right? All of the lectures I've given, everything imagine they create a database infused with artificial intelligence so that I actually can speak to you.
Yeah.
So Noble brings Grandpa up on the screen. Hey, Grandpa, boom, 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 boom. And I go, yeah, Noble, well, this is what you need to do in my voice. That would be some spooky shit.
Not in my house.
That's some spooky shit.
Not hell to the nizar.
Okay, but I'm just trying to grasp the concept
My fault.
of how
Ash that.
ask that shit, how that shit could work, right? So this is weird, but they showing you part of it with the 3D performers, bringing Tupac out.
Right. Remember Spotify is trying to use AI music, so they really trying to replace humans, yo.
Yes. You niggas better pay close attention. Y'all better pay close.
Elon Musk is trying to infuse the Neuralink in your brain.
Yes.
What's his name? Bill Gates is talking about blocking out the sun, which was in the Matrix when they blocked out the sun, and then the machine
whole
started.
Matrix, it was predicated on them blocking out the sun. They tried to shoot it out the sky first.
Because it was giving strength to. Man, listen, man, this is a lot.
No, you in the middle of a major movie. This is theater beyond.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Your
man.
wildest dreams. This shit, you can't make this shit up. Yeah, this shit is crazy.
Somebody said with the parent. Yeah, that's creepy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily want to speak to my mother again. I mean, if I had all of her voices, that's just kind of... Now, some people, don't get me wrong, I've seen the little teddy bears that made her said, I love you, and you niggas be breaking down right away.
Yeah, like...
Because it's got your mother's voice in it. But I don't want my mother saying, Dwayne, I saw what you did. It's just me and you here in this room, Dwayne. And you too old to be doing that, Dwayne. Come on now, Dwayne. Your wife is in the other room, Dwayne. And I'm like, bitch, if you don't shut up, then I try to tuck the bear under the bed and the shit now come through the TV and shit. Dwayne, come on. Now, come on. I can't. I couldn't be it.
Yeah, no way.
That's just a little bit much.
All right, now we'll take a commercial break.
All right. All right, now, let's take a commercial break.
Early enough to get started on the laundry.
Please don't tell me it's my week to do laundry.
Or you could do what I did last week and order Fresh Spin.
Fresh Spin? So it's just that easy?
Yep. Confirm and book.
Superior Shea Butter Blends presents Shea on You, the best body butter on the planet. A superior blend of shea butter, cocoa butter, and mango butter infused with 14 essential oils. Originally created to combat eczema, this superior formula also combats psoriasis, rosacea, all forms of dry skin, and acts as an insect repellent with naturally occurring SPF. So soft, so superior.
What makes a great t-shirt? Is it fashion, fit, comfort? Is it what's printed on the front of the shirt? Whether it's a humorous message, political, or a social statement made to bring awareness to a noble cause? At Urban X TV, we believe that all of those things make a great t-shirt and then some. So we wanted to create a t-shirt line that was a little bolder, a little bit more challenging, one that stepped out of the boundaries. So we decided to introduce to you our Not So Subtleties. It's one that speaks to the sentiments of what's going on in our environment today. It's one that will spark conversation. So log on to urbanx.nyc to pick up your Not So Subtleties today, or shop urbanx.com to pick up the latest in urban apparel. We thank you for your support. Peace.
And we're back.
Yes.
Shouts out to those businesses. Don't forget to support.
Yes.
And get that shea butter, you nasty.
And there's still get that shea butter.
Freak nasties.
Freakies. Here's the thing. What was I gonna say now? If you think about running an ad with us,
yes,
that's sales at UrbanX.
Sales at urbanx.nyc.
Please don't send any other inquiries to that particular email address.
Yeah, the other email address is urbanx.nyc@gmail.com. Yes.
Right, but if you're interested in advertisement, sales at urbanx.nyc.
Yes. Also, Denise Lee, send us your email, please. Because
what happened? Oh, yes.
Send us your email because we got to send you something, man.
We're gonna take care of you.
Yeah, we got to take care of you, man.
Absolutely. That's just, send us that, and we'll definitely, show some love because we appreciate
all facts. Yo, real quick. We're gonna go into the Urban Xcellence Story of the week, but real quick, Zach from Off the Glass podcast, right?
Yes.
I saw a clip of him on Twitter this week,
balling
out.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that. Oh yeah, Zach can give you the business.
It was an old ESPN and one clip. Like tough.
Yeah, but I could tell by the way he goes about critiquing and analyzing the game.
Yeah, exactly.
That he knows the game on that level.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of our brothers and sisters who just didn't go pro. You know what I mean? Who understand the game, play collegiate ball, understand it. So shout out Zach from Off the Glass
podcast.
Yes, he gets it in.
Yes, subscribe.
You can learn a lot by the way he play ball. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, he had Kendrick Perkins on the podcast.
Yes.
Like, he's doing his thing, man.
He's doing his thing.
All right.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So this week for the Urban Xcellence Story of the Week, we want to shout out a 5-year-old kid named Wade Williams, who wrote his first book. He's from Georgia. He wrote his first book to help kids and inspire kids to stay positive through the pandemic.
Let's clap that up. The fact that he's 5 is bonkers.
Yes.
Right? So that means we're not putting limitations.
That's a fact.
On what the kids can do. Tell me all about it.
And this is also important because a lot of kids were definitely affected with this pandemic because they had to stay at home and they didn't get that interaction with other kids in schools and things like that. So the book is called Wade Through the Pandemic.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. Wade through the pandemic.
Yes, he helped. He was helped by his father Joshua Williams.
Okay, dad doing his thing.
Yes, and again it was to help kids keep a winning mindset through the pandemic and in their lives. So very proud of you, Wade.
Yes, Wade, we love you here. We're proud of you. You are the Urban Xcellence Story of the Week. And this is important because social interacting with kids is more important than we like to give credit to. And now his generation, he got a taste of it. And now he's home looking through a computer which is messing up his eyes, which is creating or facilitating and feeding the artificial intelligent life of separation. And I appreciate him. We're gonna get a copy of this book.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully, we can reach out to him because we owe another special young person and young author an interview.
Yes. We do.
We do.
And so we want to definitely purchase his book.
And real quick, the book right now is on Amazon, is listed in the top 100 children's new baby books, Amazon bestsellers.
Clap that up.
So shouts out to you, baby.
Yeah.
Very proud of you. And yes, so also, and this what was so dope because we have the Urban Xcellence Facebook group, and this was a story sent to us by one of our members.
We appreciate that
within the group. So if you have any story that you come across that you have personally, somebody in your family, you personally did something great, we want to highlight you. So join the Urban Xcellence Facebook group.
Yes,
it's a private group. And it's only for that kind of positive news. You started the business, you got a new job, you became a homeowner, your kid did something great,
yes,
your cousin did something great, or you just come across a great story. We want to put that in. Also because I want to get to the point where I'm doing 2 Urban Xcellence stories for each podcast show.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of great stories that need to be highlighted, and we want to be that platform to do so.
Absolutely. That's the meat of, or the secret sauce to our podcast.
Yes.
Is that we want to shine light on other people and what they're doing, and no feed is really too small.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You got a 5-year-old writing a book with the help of his dad, the bonding taking place, and now he understands what comes out of his mind could be made manifest in the physical sense with the help of parents. So let's not limit our children. Let's listen to them.
Yes.
And let's just create the reality of the things that come out of their minds. So that's very beautiful. We love that.
Yes, dope story.
Dope.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
So, me and you and Time, we watched the second part of the Tiger Woods doc.
Yes.
What'd you think?
I thought it was very telling. I thought it was very, very telling. I learned a lot about Tiger that I did not know.
Okay.
I learned in the first half of the documentary, his dad was living vicariously through him.
Yes.
That's why he didn't get a chance to do nothing but play golf. In the second half of the documentary, it appeared that he was trying to, after his dad made the transition, he was trying to live vicariously through his dad's spirit. You know what I mean? My single Sycamore drops tonight, Cindy, and okay. I'm going to check for it. And I got that track. All right, but I got a podcast to do with Griff tomorrow, and then I'll get in the lab and we can cook something up. But congrats. So then the second half of the doc, he was living through his dad vicariously, Navy SEALs training.
Oh, yeah.
He was doing a lot of things.
Which was damaging his body for
golf. And he even considered quitting golf to become a Navy SEAL. And what the one thing that stood out, he started hanging out with Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley in Vegas, and that was the beginning of his downfall. Now, take Tiger Woods without the golf, he's a goofy.
Yeah.
Right? This nigga's goofy. Now, he's a Sufi when he get on the golf course. So he go from goofy to Sufi real quick. So to see him in a situation around people trying to act normal when the only reason we know people talking to you is because you play golf is a little awkward.
Yeah.
But he started hanging with Michael, and he even asked Michael, what do I say to these women?
Yeah.
And Mike said, you tell them you Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
That's what you tell them. And as a result, he got open.
Yeah.
And as he got open and saw how easy it was for the privileged, right, to get whatever they want, they say he got up to 10 women a night at certain times.
He was bugging out.
He started bugging. And so he was doing all of these things, but he was also living that part vicariously through his dad because his dad was a womanizer.
Yes. And you could tell, like, Tiger didn't have a player bone in his body.
No player bones.
Because the reason why, I didn't realize this, but the reason why so many women were coming out wasn't because, like, they were trying to get a come up. They were actually hurt because he had them thinking, I'm only cheating with you.
Right.
You're the only one. I love you.
Right.
He was telling them that he loved them.
But that's some pimp shit.
No, it is not.
That's what the pimps tell them.
No.
Listen, it's in the pimp handbook. Baby, I love you, but I also love some other baby.
No, but
I need you to get out there on that track, girl, and show me how much you love me, baby. I'm Tiger Woods, baby. Get on out there, baby.
Nah, man.
And do that thing.
That is not player at all, man.
No, that's
you're supposed to let them know, like, listen, man.
This is a small
You are
thing.
my Georgia. You are Georgia 2:00.
Yeah, you Georgia 4:30.
4:30.
Don't get it fucked up.
Matter of fact, I'm calling you by Tuesday. I'm calling you day of the week now. Like,
yeah. So
Tiger Woods.
That's where we messed up. But his dad was a womanizer.
Yeah.
And it had an imprint on him at an early age. Because children, they watch their parents. Mm-hmm. They watch what their parents do and how their parents operate. And it has an impact on them. So when he didn't have no one to answer to anymore, he can have anything he wants. He started dating the diner. The waitress in the diner.
In his town.
In your town. That is completely unplayer-like.
Yeah.
Right? So this, he began to break all kind of rules.
Yeah.
Right? And as a result, it led to all the problems that he would eventually have. Now I want to talk about his wife for a minute. Mm-hmm. Because I had to ask you this question earlier.
Yeah, that was a good question.
And I want to share it with y'all, which I think was missed. If I'm Tiger Woods, the most powerful golfer in the world.
On the planet.
I make $100 million a year in endorsements, this and that. And you are my neighbor.
A peer.
A golfer.
Yeah.
Right? You a golfer, you making your own money. How? What would possess you to want to introduce me to your nanny?
That's a good question.
Right? Not your another peer, a doctor, a woman of high stature. You are still a nigger.
Yeah.
In my eyes. And I think you would match up lovely with my nanny. That's like you meeting LeBron James. Yeah. You're doing well. And you go, you know what, LeBron? I think my nanny who's scrubbing my fucking floors and changing duty diapers would be a great match for you.
Yeah.
That was very alarming. And it led me to say either one or two things. Either that was a setup. She's a part of the psyop. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And she was brought in as a plant. Once his father...
To finally get him, yeah.
Right. The veil of his father was removed to get him.
Yeah.
Right? Because, well, how else would that even make any sense? Yeah. I would be fucking offended if you introduce me to your fucking nanny. Yeah. Nigga, you know I'm Tiger Woods, nigga.
Yeah.
Get anybody I want to get, player.
Yeah.
But I'm on the level of your nanny.
Yeah.
And nobody seemed to kind of catch that point. So, I need to know... because we're talking a military backdrop here. His pops was a Green Beret.
Yeah.
The guy who taught him how to focus taught him some kind of trance shit. So this nigga could have been some kind of Manchurian candidate to a degree. And again, that golf shit is prestigious amongst the elite white people.
It's called the Masters.
And this nigger who's just hitting the ball all over the place, I told you, he goes from a goofy to a Sufi on that fucking field right there, was obliterating all these records in record time. You know what I mean? So that was threatened. So once the dad was removed out of the equation, he was introduced to a world that he was not ready to deal with. And as a result, he lost everything. And then when he started getting on the drugs for the painkillers, and you see them arrest him and treat him like a piece of shit, and he don't know where he is, and Nike, everybody stepped back, and then we thought it was over. First of all, he won one Masters on a broken leg.
Yes.
And his caddy kept saying, come on, Tiger, maybe we should call it quits. He said, fuck you. I'm winning this tournament. And he went out and won it to show you how good he is at the geometrics of the game and understanding.
He's masterful, yo. It's
the spin he was putting on. I told you that shit was spinning up the hill, reversing down.
It's certain people, it's certain greats when you just kind of watch them. It's just like, how did you get that good? Like you watch Mayweather box, or you watch Jordan, or you watch Tiger. It's just like, yo.
Yes.
What the hell?
That is a singular focus that is going to sacrifice
everything
else in your life.
Yeah.
To really get to that level. Now, once you get there, is it going to be fulfilling?
Right.
Because the narrative in Tiger Woods' documentary was similar to The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. Like the fame started becoming way too much. And I'm always telling young people, it's one thing to want to be rich. It's something totally different to want to be rich and famous. See, the fame part you need to do without. You could be on the subway next to a white guy with beat up jeans and cut up sneakers, and he could be a billionaire because he's rich. he's not out displaying. That fame comes with a price. Imagine not being able to go to a restaurant and just sit down and enjoy dinner with your family without people tugging on you, paparazzi taking pictures of you. And some of these women he was dating. Oh, these was monsters. I'm not even gonna water it down. These was grizzlies.
Yeah.
These was crunchies, nigga. The one white girl with the red hair who looked like she was a boy and shit and no titties and shit. Like, dude, like, and then oh my God.
Yeah.
So he had low self-esteem, obviously. He knows that his fame came, or all of the friends' benefits came from him playing golf. And but Michael Jordan said that fame. So be careful of thinking you want to be famous and what that comes with. See, I'm always trying to train young people. No, get rich, but don't get famous. You know what I'm saying? That fame is what you don't want to deal with. So it's a good documentary. I'm glad the end of the documentary ended well.
Yeah.
He again reemerged to win his 15th Master, and now he has an opportunity to right his wrong. He had his kids out there, and he's gonna try through behavior to right those wrongs in front of his children. So I thought it was a very good documentary for you to see. We all watched it and gave our so that's my 2 cents on that.
All right.
Yeah.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
So get your questions ready, everybody.
Yeah, not a black chick in sight. Coach Wayne, not a black sister in sight.
Not a one.
Not one.
So apparently there was a fire at a Pfizer building.
The headquarters of Pfizer overseas in India was on fire. It was burning to the ground.
Yeah, but none of the vaccine got affected.
None of that. So they say.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. Isn't this where you make the shit?
Right.
This is the headquarters, and none of it got affected. And what's causing this to burn?
Yeah, because I saw another. Remember the?
No, I think the documentary C. Diggs is on Amazon.
No, HBO Max.
Oh, HBO Max. HBO Max. Yeah. So what are you saying now?
Yeah, and then remember the Amazon building that was on fire.
Yes, with all the data.
Yeah, all the data.
The Amazon building Monday was on fire, where the data is collected. Now a Pfizer building, the headquarters of making this, is burning down. I think they're starting to kind of clear their trail a little bit on some of the things that were really taking place.
Yeah.
It's called wet work when I use 10 people to commit a crime, and then I double back and kill 9 of them so that I'm clear. Go watch the Joker movie. When he said, he said, don't pay that guy.
Yeah.
He said, funny, he told me the same thing about you. So they was knocking each other off as it came down. So that's the way that works.
Jeffrey Paul, thank you for the cash app. Appreciate you.
Jeffrey Paul, we thank you so much. So that's what that's about. And so let's keep an eye, because we like to connect the dots here. Yeah. Literally, right? Mm-hmm. So we have a burnt down database of Amazon.
Yes.
And now we have a Pfizer headquarter burned down.
And now they're supposed to come together.
Right now, them two supposed to come together.
Because Jeff Bezos said he's going to help.
Right.
Joe
so
Biden.
That's your first dot that's connected, right? And side note,
might be pulling up the shoulder, but
man, with this light, the guy, the sugar magnate, he committed suicide this week.
Sugar magnate.
The guy who owns one of the major sugar companies.
Really?
Yeah, he committed suicide in New York City. Jumped off a building.
Oh, okay. I think I did see something about this.
Yeah. So a lot of things going on.
Oh my goodness.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it sounds like a shredding party. Exactly. Yeah. That's what it is. It's goddamn shredding party.
So, Twitter is being sued because they refused to remove child porn because their system didn't recognize it as violating policy.
As they should be sued.
Yes.
Right? You could take Trump away because he said some foul things. Take Minister Farrakhan away because you don't like what he's saying. But you got child porn on here, and your system, as sophisticated as it is, it's quick to put one of us in Facebook jail or Twitter, didn't pick up child pornography. Interesting.
Yes. This is a New York Post article. It says Twitter refused to take down a widely shared pornographic images and videos of a teenage sex trafficking victim because an investigation didn't find a violation of the company's policies. So that's what the lawsuit, and it's a federal lawsuit being filed by the victim and the mother.
Yeah, Sweet and Low, Donald Topa. Yeah, last week. Thank you.
Yeah, and the kid was 13 years old. The kid is 17 now, so he legally can't release the kid's name.
Got you.
So yeah.
So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sweet and Low guy, side note, he looked a little sweet and low to me.
Oh.
Just want to throw that in there.
Jeez.
I jump off a building too. You know. From Brazil, we thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Oh, shouts out.
Shouts out Brazil.
So yeah, Twitter's getting sued, which is ironic.
And first of all, they lost over $51 billion.
Them and Facebook. Combined, yeah.
Combined, because white people put their money where their mouth is.
Yeah, and you know, a judge dismissed or they denied the claim for Amazon to put Parler back up.
I saw that. That happened today. Yes.
That happened today. Yes.
So why is that? What was the reason?
I'm not sure. I didn't even get a chance to read it.
Okay. So Parler was trying to reinstate themselves.
Yeah.
And so they can't. At the present moment.
Trump, he picked his lawyer for the impeachment trials, and what's his name, Mitch McConnell. He's trying to push the trials back to February.
The impeachment trials.
Remember, it was supposed to start today. Everybody was like, "Yo, next day we getting him out of here."
Getting him out of there. Yeah.
So they trying to push that back to February.
Okay.
So we'll see. Also, this week, today, as a matter of fact, there was a rumor going around that the charges against Tory Lanez were dropped by Megan Thee Stallion for the shooting case.
Oh, okay.
And then somebody put it together like, she never filed those charges, so she can't drop them. So then people said, well, the state dropped them. But then come to find out that was false. So what's happening is, again, the court just got pushed back.
Okay, what happened to the not to dismiss this because obviously some false charges came out.
Yeah. What
happened to the Nipsey Hussle trial?
Bro,
this was supposed to be the biggest trial.
Yeah.
A celebrity who got a goddamn his funeral was bigger than Michael Jackson's.
Yeah.
Right? Need y'all to process that. And now all of a sudden,
yo, that seems like so long ago.
Yeah. Nothing.
Damn, yeah.
And today is the 21st day of the 21st year of the 21st century. Yeah. I'm on it.
It said nothing behind it.
Oh, no. I just want to throw that out there in case you want to be like, yeah, that's deep, son, because we in it. Yeah. This. Yeah, so this Nipsey Hussle thing is a little weird.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said it sounds like a hoax to me.
Yeah, something ain't right. Something ain't right. And when I said it, because y'all niggas is in your emotions.
Yeah.
I'm not in my emotions. I don't know that nigga personally. Yeah. I'm just processing data.
Yo, what about QAnon?
Oh, they done.
Yo, so
QAnon has to have a press conference. Go home.
Yo, apparently the leader was just like, yo, go on with your lives, and people are livid.
Yeah, go on with what am I supposed to tell y'all?
Yeah.
For the last 4 years, I've been giving y'all this information, telling y'all JFK Jr. is coming back, that all of this shit you see and Trump is connected to Tesla, and he's from the past who's came back to the future to change the world. Listen, I was getting high off that shit a little bit too. I didn't come out publicly, but I was like, I could see how that shit could happen. And then as we got closer and closer, I got nervous.
Yeah.
I started saying, oh shit, like here it is. And then nothing happened. So now the president has to come out and go, hey man, go home.
Yeah. One dude didn't get the memo though.
Oh no, he came out.
One dude
came out to the protest.
To the inauguration.
And he had his flag with him, and he was like, damn, it's kinda empty out here, nigga.
He didn't check his phone.
You ain't check nothing. Like you out there dolo. That was crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how do you show up anywhere, just one nigga? Like God damn.
Which again, right? So if this was like, why wasn't there more people out there to protest? If that was the case,
just regular protest.
Yeah.
That tells you that all of that shit was orchestrated.
I said that.
Like, cause how can not just disgruntled people come as close as they're able to come based on the military shit, and still be like, fuck that. Nobody showed up. No, but one dude.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And all that vetting y'all did, the FBI vetted 25,000 soldiers, and they caught about 8 or 9. I want to know who's vetting the FBI.
Yeah.
And who's vetting them niggas? Who's vetting the FBI?
Yeah, and they said that
all these niggas need to be vetted.
They said that, like, I forgot what percentage of the people who were arrested from the insurrection were like either active military or retired military. So you're not telling me that there's not racist people in the military? Like,
absolutely. And it goes to show you, just that title alone don't mean shit. It's people who rocking with Trump from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
Right? And they come in all shape, forms, and fashion. They just fired the police, a guy in New York City. His job was to be a head of public relations to deal with racial insensitivity.
Yeah.
And they checked this nigga's emails, and this nigga was a racist. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's name. Yeah, these are all crisis actors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is crazy. We forget that the police grew up on those streets and have relatives in those communities. Absolutely.
Somebody said he got off work late.
Yeah, he got off work late and shit. Showed up, didn't get the memo. They are regrouping, planning their next thing. Cavalier 23. Sorry about the Browns. Sorry about that. I saw Cleveland beat the Brooklyn Nets, though. I saw that.
That happened. Oh, man.
Your man Sexton is a young monster.
Yo, he was wearing Kyrie's
number. And he got his number.
And the sneakers.
And his sneakers and disrespected.
And dropped 42 on him.
On his head.
Ooh. People been killed for less.
Yeah, people been killed for less. Now, I forgot my point. What was I saying here?
I forgot to.
All right, it'll come back to me. As we get older, you lose your chain of thought and shit. But this is what's going on in this country, guys. Let's get some questions.
Oh, what about what's going on with Portland?
Oh, Portland and Seattle
they wilding out there.
They did turn up. It's a lot going out there.
And and Biden's not stopping it.
Yeah, it's like they got their own worlds out there. If you live in Portland and Seattle, we need a report, man, because they took over some state buildings months back. And it's a lot going on out there in Portland. Dot and Malcolm, did y'all notice the crazy technology used in hospitals for so-called social distancing since the pandemic? No, they just slid in specific technology out of nowhere for this. I did not see this.
Was I in the hospital? I was.
Is it something where your phone will beep if you get close to the next person? Because that may be what, if you got a cell phone, that may be one of the ways they do it. Or what kind of facial recognition? Yeah, they're gonna unleash a lot of that. QAnon, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled. Run them up, let us stray. Absolutely.
You don't let them.
Because their next date is March 6th. They got a new date. So, listen.
That's just people trying to get views for YouTube, bro.
Right. And this is the date now. And then they're gonna push it out. No, this is the date. And I saw that white lady crying. Did you see her? Oh, Trump, please. Please come back. Biden is the president. She was crying like she could not believe this shit that was going on. Peace, fellas. It's my birthday.
Hey.
Aquarium Ninja 89. Happy birthday. Binary number date. Yep. Also the date Jam Master Jay passed. Absolutely.
No, Jam Master Jay's birthday.
Oh, I'm sorry. His birthday. He passed on Halloween. His birthday. Absolutely. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy solar return to you. And we're glad you're spending it here with us. And we're flattered.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Speaking of, Trump, Biden and them were thinking about giving a Congressional Medal of Honor to the police officer, the black guy.
Oh, yeah.
Who stopped the thing, from happening, and he got to walk with Kamala.
Yeah.
Down, as a part of, so he already got promoted.
Yeah.
And I already can see Trump, listen, he ran. You're giving him a medal. I saw the tape. He was down the stairs, and then he ran. Doesn't deserve a medal.
Was he the one that hit the no look mace?
Yeah, he the one who was like, yeah. And all I know is, I know a hero when I see one.
Yeah.
It's either a sandwich or somebody who's done something amazing. All I saw was him running. Our police officers should be ashamed. He should have died for the cause. That's all I'm going to say. Let Biden give him an award. That's on him. That's what Trump would say to that shit. And he was blatant with that shit, too. So, anyway, shout out to the brother who's getting an upgrade on his job.
Yeah. Oh, what about the poet? The girl.
Oh yeah, Speak About Sister was out there. 22-year-old Harvard graduate.
What's her name?
Her name is
Amanda Gorman.
Amanda Gorman.
Yes.
Yeah, she got out and did some poetry. And now her book has shot to #1. Shout out Tiara's birthday. Cindy and your daughter's birthday today. Okay. 2 of her books?
2 of her books, yeah.
Shot to #1.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's the power of the inauguration. Yeah. And we need to do something for Michelle Gissette Michelle. Remember the one who she sang at Trump's? Chrisette Michelle. And her career has been damaged ever since. Can we forgive her and allow her to come back into the community?
It's been long enough, right?
Well, it's been long enough. 4 years. Yeah. They offered her $500,000, and I'm not gonna lie, $500,000 for me to do a lecture in front of all white people. I'm not sure I could turn that down, And then, but let her back in, Chrisette Michelle. She's a great artist, and for you guys to do her greasy like that, because she was rocking with Trump, and now everybody else secretly rocking with Trump. So now let's go back to the Desiree situation.
Yeah.
Right? How do you pardon? And I need the help of the chat here.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to use one of my lifelines, maybe call a friend. I don't know. How do you get a pardon and you already free? It's the confusing thing for me.
Yeah, I was like, was she
I thought the pardon was something to commute people's sentences who are locked down as a final gesture of a president. But I thought she was already free, right? And I was listening to Choke No Joke. Shout out Choke No Joke. And he was breaking down, which I did not know the intricate details of who her husband was. Right? Her husband was Jay-Z's plug.
He the one that gave Jay-Z 92 bricks?
92 bricks or whatever the case may be. And Jay-Z was feeding, according to Choke, Emery.
Oh.
And this girl got busted, the one he hugging.
Allegedly.
All right, allegedly. She got busted in 94. Emery didn't get busted until 98. They have all these transcripts of Emery on tape talking reckless. But they have nothing of Jay-Z. That's interesting. And this is his boy. So they don't have no tapes of your boy.
Yeah.
And let's do the math here. You know me, I like to stack my common sense on top of my common sense. Either this nigga Jay-Z is the Don of all Dons. Teflon. Or this nigga's a government informant.
Allegedly.
I don't know how else to fit this shit in. I'm trying to fit a square into a circle peg. I'm trying to make sense of it. Right? She gets busted in 94 for working for her husband, who is your plug. She goes to work for the government in 94 as an informant.
Yeah.
And you still cooking up the shit until 98 until your man get caught. They got a whole bunch of tapes of your man, but no tapes on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I can put that one past Noble.
Listen, the math's not mathing.
The math ain't mathing.
It ain't mathing.
Something ain't right, and Jay-Z remains untouchable. Right? They went through and bust Jay Prince. They bust Suge Knight. They bust Irv Gotti. And I heard, remember, they were all going to come together and create this, including Dame distribution.
Yes.
Which would have gave us a hold on music like never before. Remember we talked about how if you have your own channel, but you don't own the servers, you're still, at the behest of the people who do. So at that point, we owned our own record labels, but we didn't own our own distribution. The money is in the distribution. So Jay Prince, Suge, Irv Gotti, and Dame were coming together to say, we figured this out. If we can cook it, we can bake it and get it to the streets. And all of them almost simultaneously came up on charges. Except Jay-Z. No charges on Jay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so we're just going to see. But now, for some reason, somebody still help me. She needs a pardon.
Yeah.
And Choke said either she needs a pardon for some shit that's about to drop. Like they, how they tell you, nigga, we getting ready to come get you.
Yeah.
And maybe she was working for them all that time. That would be crazy.
That would be wow.
Like, nigga, we got you lined.
Yeah.
You nigga, you cook, nigga. You know what I mean?
You would think. Remember we talked about RICO. Like if they catch,
the RICO law is this: I could be moving keys my whole life. I can ask you for a ride. To the train station. You know I got keys in the car. And that one time you drove me to the station, you are now a part of this RICO shit, and you facing not like okay, well he only drove him once. You facing the same amount of time as I'm facing. That's how they created this RICO law for these kind of reasons. So this nigga not even connected to nothing RICO.
Yeah.
Right? His man went to jail. Biggs.
Yes, he did. But he went to jail for something else.
Marijuana.
Yeah.
But how? Like he wasn't illegally. He was just trying to. He set two people up. He knew somebody who he used to get weed from. He was on a phone call.
Yeah.
And he said, "Yo, just contact my man." Boom, boom, boom. He didn't know that was a part of some sting operation.
No.
So he got busted on a RICO case.
Oh, that
he
was
had nothing to do with. He had nothing to do with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. And all of this.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. And all of these other things, you around Memphis Bleak, you around all these hustlers, and you are squeaky clean.
Yeah, everybody went to jail from Rockefeller, right?
Yeah,
at least something.
Something like you not going to jail.
Beans got caught up
for nothing, homie. Okay, that's gonna be a weird one to process. Now, again, I'm asking somebody in the chat because they may be closer to the case than I am. Why do you need a pardon if you are already home?
Yeah.
A pardon, I looked up the definition, has to do with, criminal cases being expunged, not expunged because that stays on your record, but you're giving clemency to come home or this and that. And so, but she's already home.
Yeah.
So I'm confused. I am really out here lost.
I am too.
And don't tell me she needs to be pardoned because now she wants to get a job as the CEO of Rock. Now she the CEO. That has nothing to do with nothing. You've already been on the job.
Yeah.
So we don't need to pardon you. She needs to be pardoned for something. And we're going to find out sooner or later why.
Yeah.
And another good point Choke made is Obama was in office for 8 years. That's Jay-Z's boy. He got him on the jack.
Yeah.
He could have had Obama pardon her years ago if it was something dealing with her reputation. So I need to know where this is going.
Yeah. All right, so let's get some questions.
Yeah.
I'm almost here for 2 hours with you people. We appreciate you.
Yes, we had to unload this.
Yeah, we appreciate the family.
Yeah. Lil Wayne got one. He isn't locked up. No, but you understand. Come on, don't.
The charges got filed on him though.
Yeah, charges got filed. Don't get technical. He was going to jail.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne probably had a court date set up when he needed to surrender himself, and as a result, she been home since '94. So let's not compare the same things. She been home since '94, and she couldn't have been facing. I ain't never heard nobody facing charges 25 years in the future, like in 2021 you got to go to jail for some shit you did in '94.
Yeah.
So please don't make that connection. That was low hanging fruit. I can't believe you even said that.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Saying that stupid shit. Yeah, Jay-Z definitely. I mean, because this is the point I'm trying to make. In 2021, we got to stop pussyfooting around the elephant in the room. We got to call these people out. We got to directly address them and force them to come up with answers. See, for years, they've been taking all that they want. You've been buying their records, supporting them, putting them up on high pedestals, and they've been giving you nothing in return because they don't feel they have to give you anything. And don't tell me they give out turkeys and all that all that shit is tax write-offs. We need to collectively, and this is what I'm going to be speaking about tomorrow, we have to identify these people. No more, well, you know what we saying, and no, this nigga right here. Him.
Yeah.
What's the deal with him? Who's going to vouch for this nigga? Her. Let's look at her whole catalog. Who's going to vouch for her moving forward? Because it's time for separation. It's time to open the veil and say most of these people you thought were your heroes were not. You know what I mean? And they were put in place to screw you over, right? And you have a hard time accepting that because we come from a place where when somebody do well, we live vicariously through them. Those days are over now. So I need to know what's good.
Somebody said Biden signed a thing for the stimulus, but only $1,400 to add to Trump's $600, so that's technically $2,000.
Technically, I thought that's what they were going to do anyway. I didn't think he was going to give another $2,000. You know what I mean? He's just going to add to that.
Somebody said, Malcolm, y'all masked up in the gym. Is the workout the same or harder? I have a home gym, so no. So I'm not masked up. No.
Oh, okay.
Somebody said, "Are you guys taking the vaccine if it's required to fly?" I'm still not taking it. I don't need to go nowhere.
I don't need to go nowhere.
I'm good right now.
Listen, I got mad stamps in my passport.
Yeah,
homie.
I'm kind of straight
I
right
done
now.
been there, done that. Got the T-shirt, got the hat. Shit, I barely like to leave my damn terrace. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of good right now.
Yeah, we got to sit Jay-Z down because we need answers now.
I saw a funny tweet. Somebody said the inauguration looked funny from a nigga that owed me $2,000.
That was funny.
It said look real fancy for
real fancy for a nigga who owe me money, son.
Yeah.
Facts. Doc, if you're an active informant, that's a pending case. She can technically still get sent to jail.
So again,
well, maybe that's what it is. I mean, a Godfrey Smith. Maybe she's still an active informant, right? And she's on the job, and they still holding these, situations over her head. And now she finally can be released. But how much information has she given up?
In 30 years?
In 30 years.
Sheesh.
That's a lot of information. And for Jay-Z, again, I like a good album too, a good storyteller. For his whole shit to be predicated on how much drugs he moved in the neighborhood, you know what I mean, and how many lives he's destroyed, and he not about snitching.
Yeah, his verse on what's that song, Drug Dealers Anonymous with Pusha T. I'm not gonna lie, one of the best verses like I've heard from him.
Yeah.
But he was literally talking about Emery not snitching on him.
Yes.
And the fact that his accountants are so good at cleaning money.
Yes.
That the IRS should have been got me, but they didn't.
Yes. All that shit sounds
amazing.
Amazing. All that shit sound amazing. Right? So when I talk about addressing these situations, we need to address all of them. Because most of these artists now are nothing but corporate figureheads in our community for a purpose other than to uplift people.
Yeah.
Because listen, we've been at it for 45 years with hip hop. Yeah. If it was meant in its proper essence to do its duty, I think we all would be in a much, much better place. Because you got to see tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm not even going to give that all up.
I'll put the link in.
Put the link in there. Tomorrow I'm going to be taking headshots.
So we just had a good question on the screen about entrepreneurial skills. I think it was the name. It said, "Great, we're the best show on YouTube, hands down. What made us decide to do this in the first place?"
You, right? Well, I started with Eli. And you know my situation with Eli is because he had a disability, and I wanted to highlight the great essence of who he is. This is an amazing kid, and it's funny because, like, you know your stigma when you see people in disability. People used to talk to Eli like, "Hi, hello," like he was retarded or something. I know that's the wrong word. And then when Eli opened his mouth and started speaking, they go, "Oh," because we all have that stereotype that we think. There's something else going on. So I like to watch. I used to love like people talking to him. "Are you okay, young man? Do you need
like, it's kind of hot out here. Like you kind of close."
Yeah. And Eli be like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't need something. If you want to go down and get me a soda, you can. And I appreciate the time." And they go, "Oh shit." Yeah. So long story short, Eli's show is about showing his superpowers. You know what I'm saying? And as a result, you started working in corporate America. And you was like, enough of this, this shit is enough. Yeah. And you came home, and we just worked and build from there.
Well, no, actually, it started before that. Remember, you put out Urban Culture Decoded.
Right.
And the first time we actually went out to 125th because back in the day, it used to be a bunch of street vendors selling books, right? So Dad was like, "Yo, we're gonna go out, hit everybody with the book." We saw maybe two,
and I gave him the whole Father, you got to get out here and you got to be aggressive.
Yeah.
And I'm going to introduce you to my plugs.
Yeah.
All of these books.
There's no plugs out.
And there was no plugs out.
It was maybe like two.
Two book vendors.
Maybe two.
But for my first book, it was Hip Hop Dakota. It was book vendors all up and down.
125th.
And he had his car. I said, dude, this is going to be easy money for you.
So then I started, just looking up ways to market a book and things like that. And I was just like, what about a podcast? And he was like, nah, man, that's too much. That's too much exposure. I don't want to do that. So I said, okay, fine. Cool. Right? Left it alone. So what about a blog? Nah, I don't know. Again, left it alone. Right? Then I'm in Harlem. I'm walking to the bank for something. He calls me, yo, I think we should start a podcast.
Yeah, I mean, of course it should be my idea.
I was like, fine. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. And he's talking about it. I'm like, facts. Let's do it, man. Like, and yeah, that's how we here.
And that's how we here. And they listen. You guys have him to thank for getting to know me on such an intimate level. Because prior to this, if you know anything about me, I'm very private. I'm on my Virgo shit. I mind my business. I enjoy my own company. I would come out on Rich's show or Sonetta's once every 6 months, say something and bounce. And now, I'm here every day or twice a week. And you guys got to know more about me than I ever thought you would. So you have Malcolm to thank for that. And Eli. Because on Eli's show, I'm buttoned up a little bit.
Somebody said they remember my first interview with Dr. Valentine. That wasn't even, my actual first interview was with King Simon.
Right. Yeah, King Simon did the first interview. Shout out.
First interview.
King Simon. And then we escalated. I called in a favor and got the big doc.
Yeah, matter of fact, that same day we did a Dika Butler.
Right, we did a Dika Butler that day. Yes.
And then we went off to see Phil.
Yes.
And that was crazy.
Sure enough.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Somebody said I remember when Malcolm was behind the camera. Facts. Yeah.
Oh yes.
So and that was always the plan too. And this whole process taught me a lot of patience because we did everything in literal steps. Like we did like the blog first, and then we did the channel first, and the channel just me behind the camera asking them questions, and then I started asking them more questions, and then it became
and here we are. And now we're trying to elevate and give wifey a mic.
She don't want to.
She don't want to. So if y'all make her do it, if y'all be like, come on, wifey, because she only got to say a couple of things in that beautiful voice she has.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To add some female perspective on shit. Damn. Huh? She says she's feeling bullied right now.
They would have loved to hear you say that.
They would have loved to hear you say that in a clear mic.
Yeah.
Doc was hating on his own son. Damn right. It's my ideas. I tell him like my mother told me, I brought you in this motherfucker. I take you out.
Somebody said,
because my mother's gangster shit. I brought you in.
Somebody said, did you ever wonder why Jay didn't put a sister as the CEO of the company? Perez has to make up for those 35 bricks she took from the Colombians. Maybe a part was,
It's probably a lot to the story.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is. But the last look I saw Jay-Z, he didn't look happy to me. You know what I mean? I'm not a psychologist or anything, but he just looked like there's some wear and tear on him of something coming down the pipes. I don't really know what's going on. So we're in these revealing times now. So we're going to find out what's going on all across the board. We're going to find out. We definitely gonna find out.
Somebody said I just threw up the Baphomet and said, no, that's gang. That's what the sign was.
Son, oh come on, man. Jeez. Jeez, man.
Yo.
Jay-Z is a sad clown, okay. A-Rod Seed is the truth. That is the fact. He is definitely the truth. Wifey gonna take the show from you guys. True story.
That might happen.
Somebody
said, Malcolm, you ever go through a non-hip-hop listening phase? If so, what were you rocking to? Wow. Don't judge me.
Okay.
I like Maroon 5. I love those white boys.
Yeah, I like.
They're great. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it Maroon 5? No, I'm into. I like Kurt Cobain as my classics. Mm-hmm. Red Hot Chili Peppers I rock with. U2 I rock with a little bit of that.
I like the Alabama Shakes.
Oh, I love the Alabama Shakes. Yes. You know what I'm saying? I put you on to some of that stuff.
I listen to radio.
All that goes without saying.
That goes without saying.
And Eli has got me to expand my palette more so than usual. Because Eli just listens to great music.
He listens to music.
He's not into just hip hop. So when I'm rocking with him, anything could be on the radio. Phil Collins, of course.
Yeah. So I'm talking about, and Okay, you said non-hip hop, and I took that as non-black music. So
Right.
But I listen to reggae, of course. I love reggae.
Mm-hmm.
Reggae is hip hop. Yeah, dance. Yeah, you know, Robin Thicke.
Somebody said, leave your wife private. Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to put her face on because she's not into that.
Yeah, and again,
but her voice is on the HULC joint, so hearing her voice is not real uncommon.
I'm pretty private, too, because I remember when I found out I was having a baby, he wanted to tell y'all, like, that day. I was just like, yo, hell no.
I'm a proud grandfather.
Yeah, I was just like, nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and you and wifey got on me like, come on, calm down.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, so I was up here. I had something angst in my stomach.
If you can go back, I forget what episode it was, but he was just like, yo, I had some amazing news, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. And I'm just looking at him like...
Yeah. And sometimes I do that just to make Malcolm nervous. Make him squeal in his seat, you know.
What's wrong with you, man?
Blacked Out, what was your first car? I had a Chevy Blazer. I was working for U-Haul at the time, and me and your moms went out in Philly and got a Chevy Blazer.
Chevy Blazer.
Yeah, it was nice. It's a nice joint.
Somebody said Mozart. I actually appreciate Mozart. I do.
That's what Noble need to be listening to, and some classic Duke Ellington, you know, some jazz.
We got him in the Walker for the first time.
He's
figuring it out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He's trying to, he's realizing like, oh snap, I'm moving this.
Yes.
So that's tough.
Yes. Any other questions? Because we are over the 2-hour mark.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I see y'all doing overtime today. Yeah, it just happened to go that way.
Yeah, it just happens to be that way. Sometimes that opening piece, if we try to give you the bulk of, what we feel is the most important topic.
Yeah.
But, we be all over the place, man. And we try not to zero in on one particular thing because we are multifaceted people.
Somebody said, what do you think about BitChute as an alternative to YouTube? I've actually never heard of that.
I haven't heard of that either.
Also, real quick, again, I spoke about this before, but I'm getting nervous that so many people are into crypto now.
Yeah.
And I think Bitcoin dropped because a lot of people are nervous that Joe Biden's going to be harder on crypto earnings.
Yeah.
But I don't know, something is not sitting right with me. Again, I'm going to get my information. I'm going to, get in, but something, I don't know.
Yeah, you're in already. You just don't want to get in with both feet.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I keep my money under the mattress and I count it. When I come back in, nigga, you nigga be roaches in this motherfucker stealing that bread.
Somebody said, y'all peep American Skin yet? Nah, I didn't watch that yet. Where's that on? That's on Amazon?
I think it's available now. I think we'll watch that this weekend.
Yeah.
Me and wife will get into that. And just see where it goes, where they move our emotions, and where they leave us, and then I'll come in and report. I do know the 15th of February, the Black Panther piece with Fred Hampton.
Oh, I'm checking that.
Comes out, and I definitely want to see that.
Oh, you know what else is happening in February? For the people that don't know.
28 for 28.
All facts. 28 days, we're going to have a bunch of items on the site. That's $28. Even hoodies.
Shit, that's 40 and above. It's gonna be $28.
$28.
Hats, that's 35 and above. $28. You know what I mean? So that's our ritual. That we opened up with that when we first got the equipment. So we look forward to that time to kind of be our way to give back. You know what I'm saying, to those. So you can purchase now. And then you might have your eye on something because, February is
and we're
right
going to have some
corner.
new stuff, too, for the people.
Oh, and we're going to have some new stuff up there specifically for that.
Yes.
Alejandro's been working very hard on new designs.
Yes. So, guys, with that being said, not that we don't love you guys.
Black Dot, when did you do your first lecture and what was it about? My first personal lecture was in 2004 at Long Island University. It was called The Chronicles of Hip Hop. And it was 6.5 hours on the subject, and I never even really got to the notes I had. Shout out Shabazz from Eye Opener Production, the God. He had been on my case about, because these were just private conversations we were having, and I was suffice with that. He said, no doubt, you got to put this on camera. People need to know these perspectives. So I did that one, and on the board, you'll see me write 2005, but it was actually December of 2004. That I do, and then the book came out 1 year later in December of 2005. the actual physical book.
That's right.
And the rest is history as we know it.
Yeah, I think do we have that up?
What?
That lecture.
We have them all up. If you release them to the public.
I release them to the public. Yeah. I owe you guys.
Yeah, you got to go into the playlist and you'll see all of my classic lectures, at least 40 of them.
Yeah.
And you want to dive into those.
I got you guys.
Jeez.
My fault, everybody. But with that being said, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe before you get up out of here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Visit urbanx.nyc. Subscribe to the blog. What else? I'm gonna be revamping the blog a little bit. All
right, 1,700 people up in here. That's nice. We need a rack of likes. Can we get a rack of likes?
Don't forget to visit shopunbanx.com. Don't forget to sign up for the lecture. There's only a few spots left. I'm putting the link in the chat right now. The link is also in the description.
It was 12 and counting. You could be out by now, but still, if we take your money, that means you're gonna be in there.
Okay. What else? And with that being said, peace.
Peace.
See you on Monday.